Well, greetings and welcome to another Swiss Army Sunday. Today we're going to be talking about another EDC update and another carry option from Victorinox. Victorinox makes some of the most iconic pocket knives that we've seen for generations. Today we're going to be talking about this option, the Fisherman. The Fisherman is an incredible 91mm option from Swiss Army, and I think if you follow along, you know that they have a tendency to try to make the perfect knife for that one perfect person or those perfect people. This could be that for you. I hope you'll stick with us. I'll tell you all about it. This video is intended for all ages. Warmer weather, colder coffee. Now, as I was mentioning, Swiss Army has made a whole line of pocket knives generally designed around different aspects of different hobbies and things like that that people have. Now, this is no different. This one has a couple of nice tools that are added to that have been modified to make it where if you're a fisherman or if you're someone that likes to fish or if you're looking for a gift for that fisherman in your life, this just might be it for you. Now, this, as I said before, this is a 91mm, which is 3.5 inches long. Very nice. I consider the 91mm a great option for pocket carry, for everyday carry, things like that. Weighs 3.5 ounces, which is 99 grams, and has 18 different functions. Now, the features that it includes are pretty well done. Now, as always, they include the key ring as one of their functions. On the back side of this knife, we have a reamer and a sewing eye. Very, very nice. Comes in very handy. It's one of those things that the more time you spend outdoors, the more likely you're going to use this. Now, this is all considered this is one function. An awl, a punch, and a sewing eye. Very nice. On the back, we also have our parcel hook. This is one of the ones I will say is a little harder to get a hold of. But when you're talking about using it for fishing, it does come in handy. Parcel hook has lots of options, comes in very handy. And on the back, one of my favorites for when they place a Phillips head on the back is they place it over here. I like the Phillips driver on the back. I can really torque down on it, and it also turns into a self-defense option if needed. Now, that's not very much of a depth, but it's something. Yes, you have a blade, but guys, when you're punching, this is something else. That's not what we're talking about. Now, we come around the front, and this is a 4-layer knife. Comes in very, very nicely done. On the lower side over here, we have a bottle opener, a 3.5mm flathead, and we have not a bottle opener, I apologize. This is a can opener, not a bottle opener. And if you've never used one of these, what you're gonna do is it's gonna allow you to grab the lid and pivot off of the lid of the can and work your way around it and open a can. Now, this is like older style canned soups. A lot of them now have pop tops and along that line. But it's still very handy. If you have a can and you can't open it, trust me, that thing is priceless. So, on the other side, we have a larger flathead. This is a 6mm flathead. Has our wire stripper and our bottle opener. Very nice. Now, the wire stripper works really, really well. It's one of those things that when you need it, it helps so much. You know, I love the fact that these lock open like so they're locked at the 90-degree mark. On the scales, we have the plastic standard scales with the added fish logo that they've decided to add to these. We have our tweezers. On the other side, we have a toothpick. And as we roll back into the inside of this, this is where it gets interesting. Now, if you're like me and you fish a lot, I love the fact that they included the scissors. Scissors come in very, very handy, and these do cut heavy duty mono and braid very well, very well. Next, we're going to come around here, and this is the big dog for it. I guess I'll skip it. I'll leave that to the end. We have a small blade, very nice. And these blades are always, as you know, very sharp, very nice. I like the small blade better. I like it for cutting up fruit, things like that, whittling. And then we have, of course, our larger blade. Very nice. As always, the quality that you come to expect from Swiss Army. And then last but not least, we have the multi-tool. Now this is the multi-tool that makes the Fisherman the Fisherman. It has a built-in ruler. Honestly, that's so small. I wish they came out and they had done something to the scale showing you that you could have used the outer scale marked for distance instead of it just being 1, 2, 3 inches long, because there's not really much that applies to 3 inches in the world of fishing. On the tip, we have a fish I guess they call it a degorger or disgorger. And what it does is it allows you to get the hook. If a hook has been swallowed by the fish and say like its mouth is there, yeah, gotcha. You can use this to get down in there and get the hook out from the inside of its mouth, down if it's been swallowed. I just use a stick, honestly. I just grab a stick, but if I'm out somewhere, if I'm in my kayak, that's not an option. So, and then the coolest part is the scaler. Now this is basically just the same design as the saw, except it's not as sharp. And I have used the saw for a scaler. I've used it, brushed it away like so, and just been able to get the scales away. But this, being you can press down on it, you know, it's not going to cut you, and it's not going to be overly sharp like the saw is. The saw, when you're doing it, will break the skin on the fish when you're cleaning them or processing them. But the scaler's a little milder. The edges are rounded off a little better. And then, of course, it's got metric on the other side, standard on one side. I don't know why the world can't just adapt to both and just live on metric. It's just better. Very nice knife. And as you see, this knife, if you're somebody that it fits, it's going to be perfect for you. But if it's not, it's not. So go over, check out Victorinox, see their other options. Victorinox has so many different knives in the world that they've created that cover such a wide spectrum of options to make this adding to your everyday carry that much more useful. And that's what it's about. It's about picking a knife that's going to go in your pocket, and you're going to, when you know it's in your pocket, you're going to be able to rely on it. Now, as I showed you at the beginning, this is my general pocket knife for self-defense that I carry. It's a Cobra Tech, but all the other tools, those are my general EDC choices. My flashlight, my notebook, I always carry a notebook, my wallet, my flashlight, hand sanitizer. This is my case for my AirPods. And of course, I always have chain quarters in my pocket. They come in handy. I deal with a lot of ice machines in my life, so I always, whenever I get change, I always ask for change in quarters. Comes in very handy. Making it that way, it helps your life become that much easier when you're better prepared. And this knife could be that for you. Hate the fact that I lost my other one, so I had to order another one, but this knife comes in very, very handy. Love the knife, love the scissors, love the blades, I can't say I love the fish disgorger, but it comes in very handy. I processed some fish while we were on vacation, and it come in very handy. Now, the only negative I will say about that is the knife, when you've done that, when you've processed fish and not just, you know, cut off bait, but you're going to end up with it in these cracks, crevices, and stuff like that. And these knives, yes, they can be taken apart and cleaned, but honestly, that's not ideal. But this knife is still amazing. Whether you're the fisherman or you're looking for a gift for the fisherman in your life, this is great. I really like it. Is it the perfect pocket knife? That's for you to decide. But guys, I just wanted to share it with you, show you guys this amazing option that Swiss Army is putting out there, and hopefully it'll make someone, either you or someone in your life, that happy because it fits the bill for somebody. It's going to be the perfect knife for their everyday carry. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it the old thumbs up. We want to say thank you to each and every one of you for stopping by. And guys, we couldn't do this without you. We're celebrating our 5,000 subscriber mark, and we hit that milestone because of each and every one of you. Thanks again for coming by. We'll have more videos in the future, so make sure you subscribe. Make sure you click that bell, that way you get notified every time I post one of these videos. And guys, thanks again for joining us. Hope you have a great week. Make sure you take time to get out there. Enjoy yourself, enjoy nature, be prepared, and stay safe. God bless, guys. We'll see you soon.